Reimagining African Universities for the 21st Century. What if Africa's universities were not simply places of instruction, but engines of innovation? What if they didn't just award degrees, but shaped problem solvers, creators, and global leaders? In the 21st century, Africa stands at a historic crossroads. With the world's youngest population and vast intellectual potential, the question is no longer whether African universities must change, but how boldly we are willing to reimagine them. Welcome to Discovery Learning Hub. Today we explore reimagining African universities for the 21st century. The original mission of African universities. To reimagine the future, we must first understand the past. Most African universities were founded during the colonial era. Their structures, curricula, and academic priorities were designed to serve colonial administration, not African development. They emphasized rote learning over creativity, theory over application, Western knowledge systems over indigenous wisdom. Even decades after independence, many universities still operate within frameworks that no longer serve Africa's realities. The result: graduates with degrees, but limited problem-solving skills. Research that fills journals, but rarely transforms communities. The 21st century reality Africa faces. The world has changed dramatically. We now live in an era defined by artificial intelligence, climate change, digital economies, global competition, rapid technological disruption. At the same time, Africa faces urgent challenges: youth unemployment, weak industrialization, food insecurity, healthcare gaps, infrastructure deficits. Yet hidden within these challenges are opportunities for innovation, if universities rise to the occasion. A 21st century African university cannot remain a passive observer. It must become an active architect of Africa's future. Redefining the purpose of the African university. The first step in reimagining African universities is redefining their purpose. Universities must move from degree factories to problem-solving ecosystems. This means African universities should address local and continental challenges, produce job creators, not just job seekers, serve society, industry, and innovation, not isolation. Education must be measured not only by certificates, but by impact. Curriculum for the future, not the past. Many African curricula still prepare students for jobs that no longer exist. The future demands critical thinking, creativity, digital literacy, entrepreneurship, interdisciplinary learning. Imagine engineering students working on real infrastructure challenges. Agriculture students using data science to improve food security. Medical students trained with digital health technologies. And equally important, African universities must recenter African knowledge, indigenous science, African philosophy, local innovation systems. A truly world-class education is not about imitation, it is about contextual relevance. Research that serves society. In many institutions, research exists primarily for academic promotion. But in the 21st century, research must solve real-world problems, inform public policy, drive technological advancement, support sustainable development. African universities must become research hubs for African solutions. From renewable energy to public health, from urban planning to climate resilience. Knowledge should not sit on shelves, should change lives. Technology as an equalizer, not a luxury. Digital transformation is no longer optional. Universities must embrace online and hybrid learning, virtual laboratories, open educational resources, global digital collaboration. Technology can democratize education, reaching students in rural areas, conflict zones, and underserved communities. But technology alone is not enough. It must be paired with vision, training, and inclusive access. Leadership, governance, and autonomy. No transformation is possible without bold leadership. African universities need visionary administrators, academic freedom, reduced political interference, transparent governance. Universities must be empowered to innovate, partner with industry, and experiment with new models of learning. Autonomy fuels excellence. Partnerships for global relevance. The future African university is not isolated. Collaborates with industry, government, communities, global institutions. But these partnerships must be equal, not extractive. Africa does not lack talent. It lacks platforms that allow talent to flourish. Conclusion: a call to reimagine. Reimagining African universities is not merely an academic exercise. It is a civilizational responsibility. The classroom is where Africa's future engineers, scientists, leaders, and innovators are formed. If African universities rise to the challenge, they will not just educate the next generation. They will shape the destiny of the continent. The question remains: will African universities lead the future, or be left behind by it? Closing: channel branding. If this conversation inspired you, like the video, share it, and subscribe to Discovery Learning Hub, where learning meets insight and ideas shape the future. Until next time, keep discovering.